Okay, so for all of you that didn't hear my speech for Enriquez, here it is. Okay, so I never got the memo that this speech was supposed to be serious. So, like, my email is at yahoo.com, not gmail.com. So, come on, someone inform me and tell me that this thing is supposed to be serious. I'm gonna start off with my serious topic, and I'll just ease into this is my random topic. Okay, so all you guys know what sexual harassment is, right? Well, I bet most of you believe that it doesn't happen often, or that it won't happen to you, or that what you're doing isn't considered sexual harassment. But the thing is, it's more common than most of us think. Sexual harassment is defined as comments, gestures, or physical contacts of a sexual nature that are deliberate, repeated, and unwelcome. I'm pretty sure this has happened to all of us at least once. Even with men. Men can be sexually harassed too, and yeah, I know you guys want to laugh, but it's true. Have you ever walked home from school, just minding your own business, and you just pass by a group of guys, and they're all like, whistle, whistle, I don't know how to whistle, hey mommy, and you're just like, that's happened to me, okay, and it's just not cool. It's just stupid. Okay, so, say that it's not you, and that, like, it's your daughter. You'd be like, right? Sexual harassment isn't only demeaning, rude, disrespectful, and so much more. It's hurtful. It makes the victims feel terrible. But okay, I'm not saying I'm a victim, but this other day, I was just riding my bike, and I just passed by this group of guys, and I always pass by there because it's my freaking street too, and then they're all like, hey, and they just like whistle at me and say something about mommy, and I was just like, these bitches. So I wanted to get off and be like, right? But no! Because they were just like, I don't know, 5 group of guys, a chick, 5 group of guys. So I just rode away and I was just like, oh hell no. And that wasn't the first time that's happened to me either. So like, it didn't bother me until this time, because it's happened so many frickin' times. It's not okay for a guy to think that just because you pass by, that you want them to be like, hey, whistle, whistle. Okay? It's just not, because it's my street too, and just because I'm a woman doesn't mean that I can't ride my freaking bike on my own freaking street without being sexually harassed. I remember this other time. I was just a little girl, I was crossing the street, and this dude tried flirting with me, right? And I was just like, nah. I was probably like 10 years old, that's not okay. You can't just do that to a little kid, because they'll be like, what's going on? So my point here is, be careful in what you do. Don't make anyone feel uncomfortable. Spread this awareness of sexual harassment. And if you see anyone being sexually harassed, do something about it. Okay? Because sexual harassment can lead to violence. Not violence can harm someone for the rest of their lives. Okay, so now for my random topic. Okay, so like, do you guys remember chapter 19 from our textbook? No, of course not. Because I kind of skipped it. Do you know what chapter 19 is? It's after the Cold War, right? And you know what happened after the Cold War? Rock and roll. So like, okay, rock and roll revolutionized music. Musicians in the 1950s created some like amazing rhythms. Rock and roll became widespread among teens because of the music's heavy rhythm, modest melodies, and lyrics. It mesmerized teens around the country. The king related to teens, like us. Why did we have to skip this chapter? Everyone must know what this man did. Okay? But wait. We probably skipped this chapter because, like, humanity hates us. Or hates me, okay? It's like if humanity was like, oh look, Jackie loves Elvis. You know what? Let's just skip this chapter. Woo! Well, you know what, humanity? I will teach these youngsters of the king. Not only did he sing, but he was an actor. If you watch him in movies, like Jailhouse Rock, he was amazing, and gorgeous, and amazing, and handsome. Elvis Presley hit the charts as a rock and roll rebel in the 1950s. His appearance on the Ed Sullivan Show, with Presley shown only from his waist up to hide his swiveling hips, turned him into one of the era's biggest celebrities. It's quite funny how they took the time to just show him from his waist up, but it's okay because, you know, the beauty is like from the waist up. But as you all may know, wait, no you don't, because we skipped the chapter. Parents believed he was a rebel and was a bad influence on teens. So that's why they hid his hips, because he made vulgar movements. But do you see people on the dance floor nowadays, like grinding and shit? Oh god, I said shit. Okay, so girls fainted when they saw this man. Guys tried to be like him. Okay, when people tell me that he died on the toilet, it grinds my gears. Okay, yeah, he did, but it's an amazing way to die, and you're just jealous, okay? He died on his throne. But the thing is, he's not really dead. On his tombstone, they spelled his name incorrectly. They put Elvis Aaron Presley with 2 A's, but on his birth certificate, Aaron only has 1 A. Oh yeah, and you guys know Snooki from, like, Jersey Shore? You know how she has that big poof? Well, she stole it from Elvis's wife, Priscilla. And Michael Jackson stole the pelvic thrust from Elvis Presley because he was obsessed with Elvis. He was so obsessed that he married his daughter, okay? So you know, oh my gosh, something in my eye. You know how, like, men in uniform are amazing? But guess what, ladies? He served in the U.S. Army. This makes him even more amazing. This man was the great man. He revolutionized rock and roll. Even the Beatles jammed out with him. The Beatles. And we skipped chapter 19, so all of you probably didn't even know that Elvis Presley did all of this. Or you didn't even know who he was. Like, I have a picture in my binder, and this dude, he's like, who's that? And I was like, this. So my point here is, let's all unite and have an official Elvis Presley Day. And I can teach you more about how he revolutionized rock and roll. Okay, and Mrs. Enriquez, if you're watching this, I'm not serious. It's okay that we skipped chapter 19. I was just like, but I want to learn about Elvis. So yeah, don't judge me. And that's my speech.